Hey guys, so I don't really think this will classify as a vlog. It's more of just like a sit down talky video, which my vlogs kind of seem to be anyways, but I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what's going on. Okay, so for those of you who have been following my story for a while, you know that I applied for disability. For those of you who don't, I applied for disability. This is something that both myself and pretty much every doctor I have seen says that I need to be on. Due to my health, there is just absolutely no way right now that I can provide for myself. And unfortunately, we do not see within the next within the foreseeable future, we don't see me being able to provide for myself either, at least. Yeah, so it's a bummer, but it is what it is. You know, when you're chronically ill, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I put off applying for disability way too long just because I kept thinking, oh, I'm gonna get better, I don't need it, you know, I don't need help, I can do it. Nope, I can't do it. Well, I got a letter at the beginning of the month saying that they denied me, which, to be honest, I would have been shocked if they approved me, because everyone I have spoken to is like, yep, it's about the third appeal and that's when you get it. So I don't know if it's like apply, appeal, and then and then you appeal again and then you see a judge, or if it's apply, appeal, and then you see a judge. So I know there's at least one appeal in between. So you like apply, they'll deny you, which they deny like probably 95% of people, if not more, just like flat out deny you. Like, nope, well, you know, even though it's like obvious people need it, they're still just going to deny you just because they can. It's like, ugh, government. Okay, and then you have to appeal that, and then normally that appeal will also get denied, and then when you appeal it again, as far as I believe, then you go in front of a judge, and it's smart to have a lawyer. I'm hiring a lawyer, a disability lawyer, and you go and sit in front of a judge, and you basically can tell the judge to their face exactly what is wrong with you, explain your medical history, your conditions, blah, 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 blah. Your lawyer obviously can fight for you and all this, and then they decide yes or no as far as that goes. Boy, so, all that said, yeah, I got denied. And they sent this letter the 11th, May 11th. And it's now like the 30th. So, yeah, I obviously haven't talked about this. I don't know why, like, I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I just never remember to talk about it, I guess. But let me tell you what they said. It says, based on a review of your health problems, you do not qualify for payments on this claim. This is because you are not disabled under our rules. And we've enclosed information about the disability and blindness rules and more details about the decision on your claim. And so it goes through, and it's like they use all this medical evidence and like from different doctors and stuff that I provided, which isn't even all of my doctors that I provided. So I don't know what the heck I don't know. I don't even understand. And then they said, so like they listed the, you know, different medical providers that they contacted to get my information. They also used reports that I gave them about myself and what other people in my life, like who know me and who know my conditions, reported about myself. They said, we have determined that your condition is not severe enough to keep you from working. We consider the medical and other information, your age, education, training, and work experience in determining your condition affects your ability to work. You state you're unable to work because of chronic Lyme disease, chronic Epstein-Barr virus, Hashimoto's disease, IBS, chronic fatigue syndrome, flat feet, pelvic floor dysplasia or dysfunction, and depression. Now, there were a few other things I listed too that I said that are going on that they didn't put on here. So, you know. After reviewing all the medical and other information available, we have determined that based on your age, education, and past work experience, you are still able to perform some type of work which exists in the national economy. So my question to disability is, what's that work? Because I haven't found it. Like, I literally do not know what work I can do that apparently they say, and they say like, okay, it's, they say that like I have substantial work, so therefore like that I can actually like live on my own. So yeah, they say that I can have, that I qualify, or they still see me as being able to do substantial work. And in their mind, substantial work is physical or mental work a person is paid to do. Work can be substantial even if it is part-time. To decide if a person's work is substantial, we consider the nature of the job duties, the skills and experience needed to do the job, and how much the person actually earns. Usually, we find that work is substantial if gross earnings average over $1,180 per month after we deduct allowable amounts. The monthly amount is higher for Social Security disabilities, benefits due to blindness. Okay. The work may be different from the person than before a person's health problems began. It may not be as hard to do and may pay less. However, we may still find this work substantial under our rules. So, okay, you're telling me that my work may pay less now because I can't do the same job I used to be, but yeah, it's still substantial to be able to provide for myself and like pay for all my food, all my medical bills that I have, because you know those are a lot because of my disabilities, to be able to afford housing, to be able to, and what, like, you can't even do that on a part-time job here if you're like incredibly a healthy person. It's ridiculous. Like, you cannot survive on a part-time job here where I live. So yeah, that's fun. Apparently I am able to have a substantial job and take care of myself, because like, oh, hello, no, I can't. Ugh, it's so frustrating. But yeah, I contacted a lawyer. I did some research and asked around to different people who I know who are on disability in my area, and they put me in contact with an organization, and that organization put me in contact with a lawyer, or a couple different lawyers. And there's this one lawyer that I found that she seems really promising as far as reading all of her reviews and everything, looking at like what other people have said. Obviously that's reviews. Just, she seems like we might be a good fit, I think. So I'm actually meeting with her at 1:30 today. I don't know when I'm going to get this video posted, if I'm posting it the same day that I have the appointment, or if it's going to be later. But anyways, the 30th, 1:30, I'm meeting with her. And basically, we're going to find out, if, for one, if she's even willing to take my case, because speaking with the receptionist lady, it sounded like there's a possibility she might not even want to take my case because of two reasons. One is I have chronic Lyme disease, and apparently chronic Lyme disease doesn't exist as far as the CDC is concerned. So therefore the government doesn't think that it exists, therefore I can't be disabled by it because it doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? And secondly is majority of my medical care and my healing process is being done through a naturopathic medication or medicine, you know, homeopathic stuff. Well, the government also does not see that as real medicine, so therefore they don't really take like it that seriously. So if a naturopath tells them, yes, this person has all these conditions, they'll be like, meh. But then if the MD says, yes, they have all these conditions that the naturopath just told them, they'll be like, oh, okay, they do. Because apparently an MD holds way more status in the eyes of the government than a naturopath. So that's just frustrating for me, because now, thank God, I have a good primary. She's on MD, she's a PA, she's a physician's assistant, so I hope that carries just as much weight. I have no idea, but she's basically going to be doing all the tests that need to be done. So basically what I have to do after talking to the receptionist lady and speaking to other people who have Lyme disease, who are in Oregon, who are able to get on disability, what I have to do is have my primary basically confirm all of the diagnoses that my naturopath gave me. So my naturopath said, yeah, your Hashimoto's disease, yes, your chronic fatigue syndrome, yes, you have babesia, you have all these different things. So then now my primary is going to have to go through all of these things and basically reevaluate me and like confirm that yes, I really do have these things, for the state to be able to look at it and say, oh, okay, yeah, you really are disabled. You guys, it's so frustrating, and it's stupid because like naturopathic, homeopathic medication is the only thing that truly helps me get better. But yeah, I can't use that in defense of saying that I am sick, or I can't, like, You know what I'm trying to say? It's so frustrating. I'm so irritated. But I was talking to my aunt today, and she, well, she's my uncle's wife, but, you know, she's my aunt. And she is currently in the process of fighting to get onto disability as well. She has quite a few disabilities, a lot of more like mental stuff, which I might ask her actually someday if she'd want to come on and say hi to you guys. But since I don't have her permission, I'm not going to share her story. But she just deals with a lot of junk from her past, you know. And she does have certain like physical health conditions as well that cause a lot of issues, and basically means that she is unable to work. And so I was talking to her, and she was saying that she is currently in the process of appealing. She has a lawyer and everything. So the good news is, if this lawyer doesn't work out, then she said that she'll put me in contact with her lawyer, and so hopefully I can talk with them. But I'm really hoping this one works out, because it'd just be nice to be able to just get it done, not have to worry about anything else. But okay, I'm kind of rambling here, guys. She did tell me that apparently in Oregon, the law is the lawyer cannot, when you do disability, they cannot take more than $6,000 out of your claim. So the most money that they can get from me is $6,000. And that sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. But when you look at how they do it, they also cannot take any money from your monthly expenses going forward. So the only money that they are allowed to take is your back pay. So how it works is you apply, the day you apply, it starts rolling up. Okay, that's when the money goes. So as soon as you get approved, you will get a chunk of money from whenever you applied. So I applied in August of 2017. So say I get approved in August 2018, I get an entire year's worth of disability payments in one lump sum. And that is what the lawyer takes their chunk out of. And the other thing too is they legally cannot charge me a penny unless I win. So if we go and we appeal and we do all this stuff and I do not win, they cannot charge me a penny. Which is another reason why I think they kind of might be hesitant to take my case, because they're concerned that I might not win. And obviously they don't want to do work for me if they're not going to get paid for it, which, you know, don't blame them. The whole point of being a lawyer is to like make money, right? So yeah, I'm just really hoping that, you know, things work out, praying. If you guys could just be praying for me. I really need a lot of prayer right now, because yeah, it's pretty crazy, guys. And like, even if I appeal, I've heard on average it takes about like 2.5 years from the time you apply to the time that you actually get approved on disability. And okay, yeah, you're gonna get 2.5 years worth of back pay, which is like a huge chunk of money. But the thing is too, like, what are you supposed to do for those 2.5 years when you can't work? And you're literally, people are losing their jobs. People are, I mean, not losing their jobs, but losing their homes. They're dying. People are legitimately dying, waiting to get on disability because they cannot afford the medical treatments that they need to be able to survive, which disability would disability would pay for. So this country needs help. Let's just say that. Oi, okay. So I had to fill out this whole paperwork. I had to appeal. They gave me 60 days to appeal. So May 11th is when they sent it to me. So I have 60 days from May 11th to send my appeal in. I meet with the lawyer tomorrow. And I got all my paperwork filled out. The appeal is ridiculous. You have to like fill out everything, like every single doctor that you have seen between the time that you applied and the time that you're appealing. You have to write every single doctor, which is a lot of doctors, you guys. And then try to remember like the dates that I've seen them, like who treated me for what and what medications and all this. It's really complicated. And then I have to figure out, okay, are there any new diagnoses that I have gotten diagnosed with since? What are my conditions? Are they worse? Are they better? How are they worse? How are they better? Are my living, is my capability of living like a normal person gotten better or worse? Whatever. So yeah, guys, that's basically just it, what I'm dealing with as far as disability. So I'm going to hopefully be able to come on here tomorrow with good news saying that, yay, the lawyer took my case. Really, really hoping. But, you know, I guess I just pray for the best and see what happens. This is so irritating. And in the meantime, you know, you just feel worthless and like a piece of poo because you can't work. And apparently you're not disabled enough. I'm too disabled to be able to be hired, but I'm not disabled enough to be labeled as getting help. Does that make sense? So like no one will hire me. Like legitimately no one will hire me because I'm too disabled to work. Yet I'm not disabled enough to not work. Apparently, according to the government. So fun, right? Yeah. Alright, I need to get going so I can do all this stuff, and hopefully I will update you guys with good news. Fingers crossed. Good news, please. Hi guys. See you later.